welcome to MIT News, and I am Varsha Dubey. Today we have reports around the various parts of the country. And let's start with the feature report by Ayushi Chopra on SWIFT sanctions, where she explains about what SWIFT sanctions are and how it affects Russia. Now Ayushi will guide us about SWIFT sanctions and its functioning.
Hello, this is Ayushi Chopra from MIT News, and today we will talk about SWIFT sanctions. SWIFT sanctions are known to be world's heaviest sanctions, and if imposed on any country, it might just collapse in few years. And this is the reason why Russia is afraid of it. But what are these? And how does SWIFT sanctions affect Russia? Let us understand the basic first. After the Russia's invasion into Ukraine, the major countries of the world are imposing sanctions on Russia because nobody wants to get into military conflict, and SWIFT being one of them. SWIFT stands for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. It is basically a messaging network used by banks and financial institutions globally for quick exchange of information related with financial transactions. SWIFT is not a bank. It does not give loans. It does not actually move money. It just informs bank about financial transaction involving a currency swap. It works as a middleman to verify information of transaction by providing secure financial messaging services. So whatever you buy from abroad, be it a t-shirt, laptop, shoes, etc., the transaction is done through SWIFT. Russia is one of the major exporter of natural resources and is heavily reliant on SWIFT platform for its payments for oil and gas exports. If SWIFT sanctions are imposed, it will freeze its assets and stop Russia from using its forex reserve. As a result of which, it cannot export its natural resources or make any global transactions, which will bring down its economy and thrash the value of ruble. So this was all about SWIFT sanction.
And now we have reporters Arya Tandil and Rahi Gurav covering the story on development of Mulla Mutha River, where Arya will be giving us insights about government projects and Rahi will be interviewing laborers working over there.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see, I'm standing near the Mulla Mutha River today. The news of the day is PMC, Pune Municipal Corporation, has given its approval to two mega projects, which is the development of riverfront, which will be costing rupees 4,000 crore, and the rejuvenation of Mulla Mutha River, which will be costing a total of 1,500 crores. PMC will be getting help from JIPA, which is Japan International Cooperation Agency, and the central government will be bearing 85% of the cost. Rest will be taken care by the PMC. That's it for today's news. I'm Arya Tandil, signing off MIT.
And now moving ahead with our next news report by Mrunalini Bagate and Zainab Mahmood. On seeking reservation for the Maratha community, Sambhaji Raje began fasting to death.
Seeking reservation for Maratha community, Congressman Sambhaji Raje Chhatrapati began fasting to death. MP Sambhaji Raje Chhatrapati, a Rajya Sabha member from Maratha community, has begun a fast to die in protest against reservation for the community. The MP is protesting against the government's decision to set up an organization for the Marathas only. He says the decision should not be made just to please the Marathas and their demand must be addressed.
And now Neil Nahlani and Simran Chalke will guide us about the ongoing situation of Ukraine and Russia dispute.
Meanwhile, Indian External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar spoke to his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov about the situation in Ukraine and underlined that diplomacy and dialogue are the best ways forward.
and the safety of Indian citizens still stuck in Ukraine, especially students. He also stated that New Delhi attaches highest priority to the safe exit and return to India. India focuses on the evacuation of Indian citizens as airspace remains closed in Ukraine. Earlier, the Indian Foreign Ministry announced that around 15,000 Indian citizens are still stuck in Ukraine. Prime Minister Modi sensitized Russian President about Indians' concern regarding the safety of Indian citizens still stuck in Ukraine, especially students. He also stated that New Delhi attaches highest priority to the safe exit and return to India. India focuses on the evacuation of Indian citizens as airspace remains closed in Ukraine.
And now we have reporters Aditya More and Ankita Anand covering the news report on Pune International Film Festival 2022.
Right now we are at Bal Gandharva Rangamandir for the inauguration of 28th Pune International Film Festival. We have Mr. Javed Akhtar Sahab, Dr. Jabbar Bhai Patel and Pandit Satyashil Deshpande as the chief guest for the ceremony. Also, Pune International Film Festival is hosted from the 3rd and to 10th of March 2022, and we at MIT ISBJ are looking forward to your presence. Hopefully to see you here. This is Aditya More signing off from MIT News.
And with this, I am Varsha Dubey signing off. Thank you for watching MIT News. Stay tuned for more reports and more updates.